morning, everybody, and we are live. Today is Tuesday, July 5th. And first of all, I want to apologize. I thought yesterday was Sunday. I produce a video every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Last night around 11 o'clock, I'm watching this documentary about, it's not a documentary, actually, it was a movie, The End of America. And it was about 11 o'clock. And I don't know, something hit me and I said, wait, what? I had a realization that it wasn't Sunday. All day yesterday, I thought it was Sunday. Hence why no video was produced. So I want to apologize for that. I thought all day yesterday was Sunday. The weekend was full and there was a lot going on and I just got my days mixed up. So my apologies for that. Anyway, today I want to talk about the importance of guarding your mind. And I woke up with this because yesterday I had breakfast and spent a few hours with a 36-year-old Filipino refugee whose parents were killed in the genocide. And this guy carries a lot of negative feelings and emotions that a person would naturally have to experience what he has experienced. I mean, he has every right, and it's totally understandable why he would feel the way he feels. However, he has not found a way to cope with it, and during our time together, he just spat out a lot of negative energy, a lot of negative emotions, a lot of stereotypes and limiting beliefs, and it got to the point where I just really didn't want to be around him anymore, and I spent most of the day, pretty much the rest of the day, cleaning up in my own mind from the stuff that he had dumped into my mind and into my being. I came home, I took a shower, I just wanted to isolate, and I really just was like, every time a thought from something he would say would come up, I would have to intentionally do something to oppose it, or just recognize it and say, I realize this is his limiting belief, this is not me, I don't have to accept this. Because this is the example of, you ever heard the phrase, if you have 9 broke friends, you're bound to be the 10th? It's because there's no way you can be around people who think a certain way, no matter what it is, whether they are people who believe that, you know, we are lovers and we free the world, and, you know, I'm just making up stuff here. Whether they are Satan worshipers, whether they are God lovers, whether they are people who believe we should eat from the land. If you are around people and most of your time is spent with people who think a certain way, you will think that way. When it comes time to make a decision, oftentimes we go into our bank of what we think about, the people we hang around, the things we read, the things we watch on TV to make our decisions. And so I had to get away from him, even though this guy's a fighter. I mean, this guy has some good qualities. I was able to see and hear about the fighter in him. Another positive traits that he has about living in the moment, about creating joy in your life. There were some really positive things about this guy, but the negativity was so intense and I felt it so viscerally that I realized I had to get away from that. And I want to share that with you, that if you are around people who are negative, who have limiting beliefs, who always play in the game and use the language of fear and self-doubt and limitations, that will be your way of being, and you will constantly have to fight that among the battles that you're already fighting in your brain. Because, you know, we have these doubts and these beliefs that come into our head, and we have to consciously recognize it and say, I see you here. You're not controlling me. I recognize this is just a limiting belief that's coming into my mind and it's trying to control me. Therefore, I am choosing to think the opposite of that. All right. And when you're around people who are thinking in these ways of negativity, of gossip, of limitation, naturally you will be that way, and it will become so hard to be anything other than that. Okay. So that's why, I wanted to share with you also Jerry Clark. He was the first person that I heard talk about the power of guarding the mind. He gave the example of, if a garbage man comes to your front door and says, I have some buckets of trash and I want to drop these buckets of trash in the middle of your living room, is this okay? You're going to say no, right? But it's the same scenario when we watch the news, when we hang around negative people, when we read negative stories. That information is being dumped into our consciousness, into our system. So then when it comes time to make decisions of prosperity, decisions of what will feed our body, decisions of who we will allow to be in our lives, we make the decisions based on this garbage that has been dumped into us and has become a part of our beliefs and our decision making. So it's really important that you guard your mind and intentionally put positive things into it so positive things can come out, right? What you put in is what comes out naturally. So that is the message for today. You must guard your mind, guard your space, and intentionally put positive things into it so you can get positive and abundant things out of it. Okay? Naima Singletary here, BillionDollarCourage.com. I will see you tomorrow. Thank you.